George Floyd Creepypastas Volume 1, 50 plus breathtaking horror stories, is a very low-key yet ambitious book published by Jordan Kleeman, who is a very notorious, young and talented writer who published this absolute masterpiece, as well as George Floyd Creepypastas Volume 2, which is even better than the first one. So today I want to review this amazing masterpiece and talk about its strengths and weaknesses, which I'm gonna spoil it right now. It really lacks in the weakness department. So first and foremost, like every lecture coverage, we need to look at the cover. So as you can see, you probably cannot see because of the lighting, but you have it somewhere on screen. We can see George Floyd. George Floyd is the main protagonist of this whole series, and George Floyd is known for a few things. First and foremost, abusing fentanyl, as well as abusing women, pistol whipping them, and most notoriously, dying. So these are the three main things that differentiate George Floyd from any other normal person and make him an absolute beast in this book. Like, he played his role so perfectly. So there is, of course, 50 plus breathtaking stories, and I want to talk about them. I don't want to read nothing to you. You have to buy the book and find out for yourself. So as I said, I don't want to spoil nothing. I just want to read you a few stories, a few titles, if you suppose. First one, for example, is a very rapid one. You are taken into the George Floyd universe right here, right now. There is no fucking stopping, right? There is a prologue, of course, but this is just a slight introduction, and then you've got the breathless man who takes you instantly in the middle of the action, like season 3. Also, there is a very cool one on page 28. I nutted on my George Floyd doll and accidentally created a George Floyd homunculus. I actually read this one and it took me by surprise with what type of ambition it's written. So I want to give you one quote from this, just one. Let's read this one out loud. To be honest, it took me long to figure out it was a homunculus, since George Floyd himself already looked like one when he was still alive. So you can see the bravery with the author. Like, he doesn't want no misconceptions. He gives you the juice. He wants you to know what he has in mind. This is the beauty of Jordan Kleeman. I absolutely adore his work, and this is probably one of the best stories. Page 28, remember, page 28, I nutted on my George Floyd doll and accidentally created a George Floyd homunculus. This is such a good introduction to the George Floyd character. So on page 54, you will find the George Floyd latex suit, which George Floyd latex suit is one of the longest stories. So if you are a big reading fan, go jump into page 54. And then on page 59, you can go back to back and read Somebody Built a George Floyd Snowman, It Breathed, which is a very wild take on the whole George Floyd situation, on the way that he was portrayed as a character, which is amazing. Like, I absolutely love it. As the last entry on this first page, we can see on page 105, there is anomaly N1998, which probably is some sort of a code. You can see it on screen right now. I put all the titles on screen so you can try and decipher them for your own, because Jordan Kleeman did such a good work covering these up. Like, you cannot go here close-minded, because you need to open your mind. You need to open yourself for all these experiences, all these 50 different stories. You need to experience them in different manners. So from the second page, which has another about 20 entries, I want to only give you 2, and these are back-to-back absolute slappers. You need to read these ones. So it is from page 126 to page 138. So the first one is called Do Not Place Dildos on the George Floyd Statue, and it is actually the longest entry in this. This is the longest story, taking up 12 different pages. So go from the previous ones that I mentioned, the 2 slappers back to back, go to this one. You will have such an amazing experience. And the next one that is right after Do Not Place Dildos on George Floyd Statue is The Fentanyl Sniper, which is on page 138. That is 138 for anyone that didn't hear that correctly. So you can jump into that, because The Fentanyl Sniper is actually a very complex story. So you need to read the previous ones. I'd suggest reading Do Not Place Dildos on the George Floyd statue first. There's no plot line, there's no chronological order. You can go any way you want, but I would suggest getting into the Fentanyl Sniper last. or at least by the end game, right? Because this is for very experienced people, I just have to say. I know I said there won't be no more titles, but I just want to give it the last one, because I was gonna gatekeep it, right? I was gonna gatekeep it, but because it is so good. If you find a George Floyd skin in your Fortnite lobby, uninstall immediately. Page 39, for anyone wondering. I might do a live stream reading some of these, so then be sure to check that out. I will leave a community post after this video, or probably leave a comment when that is happening. And last but not least, if this didn't already convince you to buy the book, you can turn it around and notice there is a George Floyd Among Us. So if you do not like Among Us, and you do not like George Floyd, then I don't know, I think you are the problem, and this book isn't just made for you, it isn't just suitable for you. But other than that, to any type of audience, I've already recommended it to my parents, they absolutely loved the idea. I recommended it to one of my friends, and yeah, they did love it. So please do cop the book. Help Jordan Kleeman is already, by the way, a national bestseller. I don't know if you can see, is a national bestseller because it is a national treasure when it comes to books. It is an absolute fucking masterpiece. So other than that, I just wanted to give you a quick shill talking about my future business, because I want to start a company that specializes in editing, creating thumbnails, maybe even in the future managing YouTube accounts where I just, post on your account. You just have it, you send me the footage, I post everything, I edit that, I post it, and that's it, boom. No scamming, no nothing. So if you want me to edit something for you, make a thumbnail, maybe help you with something, just hit me up on my business email and we can talk business. That's basically it. I won't charge you $1 million like most other people do, so be sure to just hit me up. If you got any questions or something, I am open to chat with you. I hope y'all liked it, because it took me so much. It took me so fucking much mental strength not to laugh at that shit. Oh Jesus, the script that I wrote for this was absolutely bombastic. So yeah, that's basically it. Leave a like, leave a sub. This was a blast to make, and I'm definitely gonna stream reading some of these George Floyd stories. So if you're wondering what these are about, just join the live. I'm definitely gonna leave a comment when the live's coming. So yeah, that's it. I hope y'all enjoyed, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.